Hello everybody and welcome back to another video where today we are planting lettuce. So I am doing a walkthrough of how I am going to plant the lettuce. So let me show you guys what I have. So up here I have a dome. All this stuff, everything shown for trays and that sort is from Johnny's. So just letting you guys know that up front. So this is a dome from Johnny's. And then we have a 200 plug tray. So right here, 200 little squares, you guys know. And then under that, we have a shallow tray with holes, with drainage holes. And then under that, we have the deep, without holes. And then we have a germination mat. Alright, so I'm actually going to get that germination mat plugged in right now, just so that it can be up to temperature when I actually need it. So we're just gonna plug it in here. Alright, so I just did some quick math, and we are going to be planting this Salanova 6 inches apart from each other, and then 6 inches apart for the rows also. So it comes out to 144 plants per bed. So we are going to be filling these trays about 3/4 of the way. So 144 out of 200, and then in 2 weeks we'll plant the rest. So I just bought the ProMix HP. My cur is a... So yeah, that's the stuff right there. And I ran it through this screen that I made. Very simple. It's just sitting on a tote. You can see the soil under there, and it makes it really, really good. It makes it really fluffy, because there are little pieces of branches and stuff in those bags when you buy them. So just look out for that and make sure to screen it. Now we are going to start putting the soil in the trays. Let me get this up on a tripod. Alright, so I'm going to put some gloves on, just because this dirt can be pretty irritating on your hands sometimes. So I'm just putting some gloves on for scooping it and handling it. And then we'll set that up like this and just do that. And you pack it down in the trays. Make sure you go all the way around the edges. Grab some more for over here. And you're wanting to get them as tight packed as you can, but you still want to keep a little bit of looseness in the soil. So I'm gonna pull it out a little bit and kind of brush all the dirt down to one end. Just like so. And then we're going to take another tray of the same 200 plug thing. So you're going to set it down directly on top of the rest of them and just push down. And then you can let off, and you can see there's quite a bit of room in these cells again. So we gotta come back in with some more dirt and fill them in again. Just kind of pat it in, and then we can lift it up and brush the dirt off. The excess dirt, not all the dirt. So just like this, and scrape it off nice and easy. And I can see I'm missing a little bit in these corners here. So I'm going to finish that, and that's looking pretty good. A little bit up here. The corners are where it's going to get neglected the most, so check your corners. There we go, and last one. There. So that's looking pretty good. That's what it should look like. Let me take my gloves off so I can see what you guys are seeing. Alright, so there it is there. Looking pretty good. A little bit of excess down here still. So then I'm gonna take my screen and pop it back up on here so I have a work table sort of thing here. So I can set it down on here. That way, if any dirt falls off, oh, dang it. The reason why I'm doing it on the screen is so that if any excess dirt comes off the tray, it just falls back in the tote and I don't waste anything. Also, I don't want to get this dirt on my floor because this floor is very hard to clean. So, next thing is I got my Salanova seed here. This is the Salanova Green Sweet Crisp. And I bought one of these hand seeders just because I figured it might make it a little bit easier. So we're going to pop this open. See if I can still, yeah, I can just barely see it. I marked the cell where I'm supposed to stop. So I'm doing from here over plus these 4 cells here. So I'm going to pop the little thing open here. And open the seed up. Alright, so we got the seed. I'll show you guys what it looks like here. Just normal. This is considered a pelletized seed. So that's what it looks like there. Almost look like miniature soybeans, but not what they are. So we're gonna just drop them in here. And I'm gonna see real quick what number we need to use to get just one out at a time. So looks like we need to use 3. So there's numbers on this dial and we're using number 3 there. That's the hole size right there. So I'm just gonna pour some in. If we don't use them all, we can leave them in the seeder because it has a 0 to where there's no gap. We got our thing now, and I'm gonna set it, I think I'm gonna do it like this. You guys see that? Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna take my finger and just poke. Alright, so that is all the holes done that we needed, and my reference was kind of just the end of my index fingernail for poking them, and you can tell when you're poking them which ones got well packed and which ones didn't. So just letting you guys know that. So eventually we can get better at this, and let's see if we can use this. Ooh, that worked good. Whoop. Alright, some are... I'm just gonna open this up and do it by hand. It's not worth it. Turn it the other way, so I'm just gonna dump them in my hand and do 1 per cell. Alright, so all the seeds are in the holes. Did not use this. This ended up being worthless, really. It might be better for smaller seeds, or I don't know. But it does work good for just storing your seeds in, so that's what I'm going to do since it's harder to put them back in the bottle. So now that we have all the seeds in, I made sure while I was putting them in to do 1 in each cell as much as I could. If I dropped 2, I'd leave it, but if I dropped any more than 2, I took them out. So we're just going to go through and sprinkle some dirt on, and kind of brush it around, but not too much. So just cover the cells mainly. Might be handy to have a brush for this, but I don't. So then we're gonna try and brush off as much of the excess without taking seed with us. Just gently, like so. So just like that. We have our planted flat of Salanova, not a full flat, but most of it, about 3/4, and there's a piece of stick right there. Throw that over there in the seat thing bag. Alright, so I have a watering can outside, and we're going to take you outside and show watering this down. Alright, so for this first initial watering, just to make sure the seeds get enough water to germinate, we're going to do a top water across and just water them in, but after this we're going to be bottom watering them. So I got a watering can with as much of a shower head as I can, and we're just going to move real quick across it. Just like that. Just almost drenching them, but not quite. Alright, so we have our tray inside now. We're just going to set this aside real quick. And we are going to grab our deep tray without holes. So there's no holes in this tray. Set it down on our workspace here. And grab my bucket of water. This water is as close to room temperature as I can get. I had to kind of go... since I have to plant tonight, I had to kind of just estimate it with the faucet. So this is as close to room temperature water as we can get. So I'm going to pour some in and see. I'm going to take the shallow tray and set it down. And actually, we'll leave the shallow tray in and just fill this up until it starts coming into this tray. So we're just going to do this. Let it flow into the bottom tray. Alright, we are still not there, so just think of it, this filling up, getting at least over this surface, and I'm gonna completely fill that the rest of the way after this video is done, because I have to go all the way over to the other barn to get water. So we'd fill this up to just cover the bottom of the cup. So probably about 1/8 to 1/4 inch of water in this shallow tray. And then we'll set this down in this tray. And I'm gonna make sure our heat mat's hot, which it is very hot. That's good. So I'm going to adjust this camera up so you guys can see our growing platform here. I have a T8 fluorescent light fixture, but this has a 5,000 spectrum bulb, LED bulb in it. So we're just gonna, oh, these trays are heavy once they're full of water. Alright, we're gonna bring this up here just like this and set it down, and this heat mat will help keep this water a little bit warmer, therefore making the soil warmer. And then just for germination time, we are going to put this dome on. So this dome will be on for probably a week-ish. So that keeps the humidity in the soil and keeps it a little bit more humid, just so the seeds can germinate that much easier. So with that, I think that is the end of the video, guys. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more content like this, and put in the comments below what you thought of this video, good or bad. I want to hear it all so I can make changes to make this channel better. So I'll see you guys next time, and thank you for watching.